Hey world, hope you guys are having a good summer. I sure am, other than the heat. The heat is killing me, but I'm doing a lot of fun things. Been super busy with summer events, summer vacations, and today I wanted to talk about um, 5 of the biggest signs that I was trans growing up. Because I think, a lot of people used to be like me and didn't know they were trans, and maybe these signs might help you come to realizations about yourself. Or, if you're already like, I'm trans, I know who I am, then we can share signs. Maybe you had different experiences growing up, because everyone's experience is unique. And I think the biggest signs that I was trans growing up are kind of funny. So I just wanted to share them with you guys. The first sign I say would be being called a tomboy. Obviously, there's a lot of cis women who were very masculine growing up and then grew into their feminine side, or maybe they're just still masculine. But for me, because I was a little bit dumb, I was a little bit of a dumb child, and it was in like my I'm talking like elementary school age still, pre-middle school. I started being called tomboy, and I thought tomboy was another way of saying a silly boy, because in my family, we said like tomfoolery a lot, and tomfoolery means just wild, crazy, reckless, really silly, like just shenanigans. I thought it was just tomfoolery and boy combined to make tomboy. So in my head, I was thinking that people were calling me like an actual boy, not just this masculine girl. Like, no, I thought people were calling me a silly boy, like fully a boy. And I loved it. And this went on for years, and I was like, I would be telling people, I would tell my parents, I would tell everyone, I'm a tomboy. And I would say it so proud. Like, I was so proud to be a tomboy. Like, so proud to be a boy, and people actually calling me a boy. And it was awesome. And tragically, once I was in middle school, I learned what tomboy actually meant. That it actually meant a masculine girl. And let me tell you, my heart was broken, just shattered to pieces. I was so disappointed that all these years I thought I was being called a boy, and I was actually being called a girl. And I was just so upset about it, and honestly, I was too young to really, put some pieces together, like, damn, I really liked being called a boy, but alas, yeah, people were just calling me a girl. Oh well, that, nothing to acknowledge there. But I actually told people to stop calling me a tomboy, because I grew to hate it now. Sign was when I hit puberty. Just hating puberty, which is pretty common. I think everyone doesn't like puberty because, it's change, and change is hard, change is scary, but I hated puberty on a whole different level. And you know, I feel like maybe it wasn't so obvious that, you know, oh, does my child hate just going through changes, or does my child hate the changes they're going through, you know? And it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. So, you know, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not even blaming myself for not knowing. But it was pretty obvious, the things I was saying, the whole, like, I hated having boobs, and I was, like, trying to hide my boobs, and I had, there's so much, guys, there's literally so much puberty-related trauma I have from school. Like, I would play this secret game where, like, I would, like, go to school every day. This was every day. This shit haunted me. Every day, I would go to school, and I would look around and I would make sure that I had the flattest chest. Because if anyone had a bigger, or had a chest that was flatter than mine, I would cry. Like, I would have a terrible day. I would completely break down. It's like, in order for me to feel, like, not dysphoric, I had to have the flash chest. As long as I had the flash chest, then in my own reality, I was not a girl. I was like, okay, I'm not a girl because everyone has a bigger chest than me. Yeah. Sign number 3, I was a very creative writer in middle school and high school. I had dreams of becoming a writer, which, yeah, I gave up on that. It's a hard field, but the stories I would write are very indicative of what was going on in my head. See, I would always write myself as a main character, not, like, purposely. Like, I would create characters. I would create female characters, male characters. I would create main characters. But because I'm writing it from like first person perspective, I always subconsciously had my personality in it, you know? Like, I would never, like, make a character that was different from me. The main character would always have my personality and my morals and my thought process. And I started writing a lot of male main characters, like more than female, and also the themes. The themes were very specific. I would write a lot of horror, a lot of supernatural, where the main character was some sort of monster, but not like evil monster. See, they would be a monster that, you know, they couldn't change, like a vampire. Like, you know, they just want to live their life, you know, they just want happiness, glory, whatever, but they have something that's part of them that they cannot change, and they're burdened with this side of them, and society sees them as a monster, a freak, evil, but then they find someone who doesn't see the weirdness, the freak part of them, and they fall in love, and all my stories became the same story, where it was just someone who is different from society. Society hates that person because of what makes them different, and they finally find someone who accepts them for who they are and loves them, like, despite whatever makes them different. And I started to realize, 5 years later, I think this has something to do with me. Sign number 4 is not fitting in with the girls. Which, there are cis women who can relate to that. The not like other girls. But I really was not like other girls, truly, because I was a boy. I don't even know how to explain this. I never felt like I was one of the girls. Like, I think ever since I was so little, I always kind of viewed girls as, like, different from me. Like, I'm not one of them. I would talk to my friends and be like, aren't girls so crazy or whatever? And my friends would think, oh yes, us girls are crazy, like solidarity wise. But I wasn't thinking from a solidarity standpoint. I was thinking, not you guys are crazy. But I didn't realize that, obviously. Okay, now my last sign number 5, is I would have dreams of me as a guy. This is where this was later. This was like the last half of high school, and this was when the gender confusion was getting to my subconscious. It went from subconscious to consciousness. It was deep in the back of my head, but then in my dreams it came full view. Because in my dreams I think I've always just dreamt of just me as I was, or I think for a while I was just like pretty genderless. I didn't have really many dreams where I could see myself. It was really just like from first person point of view. But once I was like 15 or 16, just one day or one night, I had a dream where I was, for the first time, a guy. And I was a guy from then on. Like, I was always like this dude, hero, saving the world from robots and aliens, and I was like different anime characters, or I was just a boy version of me, or just the real me. And yeah, I like asked my mom, like, Mom, I keep having dreams where I'm a guy. Why is that? Why am I having dreams where I'm a guy? Like they're persistent, like every night. And my mom was like, I don't know, you tell me. I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm not mentally ready to actually confront my subconscious. So, I don't know. It's crazy how the signs progressed, evolved. It's very fun to reflect on that. And I'm very curious your experiences and how you figured it all out, because I think I had a very comedic, sad at times, timeline, a journey, but you're probably thinking, how could I not have known what was going through my head? But I think, like, even if I went back in time and told younger me, like, You're a guy. I think I still wouldn't believe. I think I would still be hardcore in like girl mode, because I think I just was not mentally ready, like maturity wise, like, because it's like confrontation. You're confronting a part of yourself, and I was not confrontational, I was not reflective, I was I was very dumb and scared, and I just didn't want to destroy whatever stability I had. You know, I had a life, I had people who knew me, like my life was established, and if I confronted and admitted to myself that I was a guy, then my whole life would completely change, which it did change, but you know, I was ready for it when, you know, I figured it out. And back when I was young, I wasn't ready for that change. Those are all the signs, and that is all I have to say for you guys. So, for now, have a good night.